Welcome to the channel, guys. So I thought I'd do a little bit today on our cistern. So obviously we're out on a 10-acre property here. We don't have any city services. We got a septic. The wells out here, I guess, are really high concentration of sulfur. So I guess the water, really, you have to treat the hell out of it. So most people up and down the main drag here, they got cisterns, which are just basically holding tanks. Ours is concrete, holds about 3,000 gallons. I haven't personally been in to clean it yet. I hired a guy last year, but I think the end of this summer, next time we run out of water, I'm going to get in there and clean it. Long story short though, we're tired of running out of water, so we're installing a low-level alarm. So I went online, I didn't cheap out on this one. You know, they vary in price from like 80 to about, well, 300 bucks. So we went with this PTLevel. You guys can see that, but it's on Amazon, it's Prime. Canadian, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, so it's about 300 bucks. It's not cheap. It's got a free online monitoring system, and it emails you and all that stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna go install that today. Hopefully not drilling anything into the cistern would be nice. I've got like a little concrete lip around the lid. I'm hoping I can just place that monitor there and then run a tube. But basically what it is it's just this monitor with a Wi-Fi, a really small tube, and then it goes onto this weight. Here, I'll show you. So yeah, the box comes like this. Take it apart, instructions. Yeah, it's this little guy here. So, I mean, obviously you could drill into the tank and mount it, but I'm hoping to kind of just let it sit there more or less. I got all this tube. Oh, let me go get the weight. So yeah, and then this tube, I guess you cut it to length. And there's a, I didn't lose it already. Oh, there it is. Little clip. Little clip goes on there. You put it on, clip it, and just slowly lower that down into the tank. And I think what this little bad boy does is it must pressurize this hose, and then it can basically tell the different pressures and let you know what level it's at, I guess. It's all new to me. I've never installed one of these before. We've ran out of water twice now, and it's just frustrating. So we do use collect the water off of our roof. It comes out of the cistern into a UV, or into a sediment filter, and then into a UV, and then we use it for showering and cooking, like I was saying. So yeah, let's go outside and we'll get set up and see if we can't get this thing on. Alright, so we're outside. Just show you guys how our cistern's set up. So we basically catch all the water off the front of the house. The back there, the gutter just goes out to the field, but this whole front side comes down these two downspouts. It's this bottle. I've got a couple of different filters in there, and then there's an inlet. It goes underground into a holding tank, like I said, 3,000 gallons. I've never really been in there. I don't know how far it goes out, but here's the lid for it. So let's get you set up and we'll crack the lid and I'll explain exactly what I've done so far. This is the cistern. We just had it filled, so it's literally filled right to the brim. Looks like this little lip here might work. So let me get the box. And basically I've already, following the instructions. I've set up the wireless receiver, and it's really straightforward. You just plug it into the wall, connect to it with your phone. You'll see a PTLevel as almost like it's a Wi-Fi spot. Click on that, you'll join it, and then just follow the steps. You gotta go to this IP address, select a Wi-Fi signal for the PTLevel. So I just picked the one in the house there. Wi-Fi password, you just go to their website, set it up. It's easy. Now we're on step 2, set up this transmitter. So this is the weight, and this is the transmitter, right? And it comes with the hose with the clamp already on it. It's probably a little too much. And then inside of the Inside of the batteries, there's actually a little bushing. The instructions show it, right? It's a little bushing like this. It's just an extra piece of hose, the same diameter as this. And from what I understand, we're just basically gonna cut this to length, slide the bushing over. No, sorry, cut it to length. Put our clamp on. Put the bushing on. And then slide it onto the weight. Because the weight's such a small little tiny hole, I think that's why you need this bushing, basically to build it up so that you can put the clamp on. Because, you know, you don't want to lose this in the cistern. Yeah, that's got to be it. Who needs the instructions, eh? So anyways, I guess what I should do really is drop this in and just cut it from this side. Because otherwise... Oh, it's glued. So my plan is just to leave this right here. And I think it's going to work. Yeah, no issues. About 9 inches out. Right. So 9 inches out. All right, so do you got the phone still? Okay, I'll tell you the depth right now.
Okay.
It's 9 feet.
9 feet?
Yeah. Okay, so we took it out, measured it. My wife jumped on my phone and figured out what to do. She's smart like that. But once you're logged in and you've added your device to the website, the PTLevel.com, put it in. So we put, what did I say, 9 feet, I figured, to the top of the lip of there. I put it back in, hit connect on the device, and it says 60%. So then what we can do is go in and recalibrate it, because we know it's 100% full right now. So we put it as 100%, and now it's sitting at 99. It's all in the green. It says it's working. The status light isn't blinking, but it says it's working on here. So we'll close the lid and check it out in a few days after a couple of hot showers. All right, so it's the next day, and I woke up to an alarm. Well, not really an alarm, it's like a text message to my phone, wherever my phone ended up. I'll read it to you. Hey, your level has gone above your set point of 30%. Current level is 98%. Please don't reply to this message. Screen. And it launches their website, and then it shows the that on the dashboard. And, you know, it basically shows the last report and lets you know if it's working. So, I don't know, 98%. Like, I pulled the lid, it's hard to tell the difference between 1%, but appears to be working, so far so good. That's the PTLevel. I'll leave a link to the Amazon description. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it and see if this solves our problems of running out of water. Alright guys, so yeah, if you're into this kind of stuff, we basically run a small 10-acre homestead out here in Niagara Falls, Canada side, and you know, part of that's living on cistern water, or you might be on a well, but you know, if any of this stuff interests you, consider subscribing. We put out videos a couple times a week, just on little stuff. We got a bit of a wood project on the go right now, firewood project, stuff like that. We're always up to something. There's lots of cool content coming down the pipe, so You know, if you're into it, hit like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and we'll catch up to you next time. Take care.